Grace and Peace Rooted Collective. Welcome back to Awakened and Rooted, where the veil is thin, the vibes are deep, and the stories will make you question everything. Now, if you caught my last story, the lights that wouldn't stay off, then you already know strange things seem to find me when I'm minding my business. But this one hit different because it wasn't about energy in a room. It was about something standing in my doorway, looking at me. Let me tell y'all what happened. So, this was in my current house. Early morning, that weird time where it's not quite dark, but not quite light yet either. The kind of quiet that feels too quiet. I was dead asleep. No dreams, no noise, nothing. Then out of nowhere, boom, I wake up. No sound, no reason, just that heavy feeling that somebody's watching you. Like your spirit woke up before your eyes did. I opened my eyes and there it was. Standing in my doorway, about 10 feet away from me, this tall, solid black figure. No face, no details, no light bouncing off of it. Just a dark outline, and it looked like it had a hood or a cloak on. Y'all, I froze. Every instinct in my body was screaming, move, but I could not. My whole body locked up. I wanted to scream. I wanted to grab my phone. Nothing. It's like my mind was awake, but my body didn't get the message. I remember thinking, am I dreaming? Is this sleep paralysis? Is this even real? But it was real enough to make my chest feel like it was caving in. And the wildest part, it didn't move. It didn't make a sound. It just stood there watching me. I could feel my heartbeat in my throat. I could feel that rush. You know when adrenaline hits your body and it starts to heat up? Yeah, that one. And in that moment, all logic went out the window. All I knew was I couldn't breathe, I couldn't scream, and this thing was in my house. And maybe after about 10 seconds, which felt like 10 minutes, it was gone. Like completely gone. One blink and it wasn't there anymore. But my body didn't get the memo. It was still frozen, still shaking. And that's when I realized I was having a full-blown panic attack. That was the first one I had ever had in my life, and it scared me more than the figure did. Even after it was over, the feeling stuck with me for days. I couldn't shake it. I'd sit in my living room during the day and still feel the same pressure in my chest, that same sense of being watched. I told my husband that I'd had an anxiety attack, but I didn't tell him about the shadow. Because honestly, how do you even start that sentence? Hey, I saw a cloaked figure at dawn and it stared me down for 10 seconds. Yeah, I just couldn't. But when I finally talked to a therapist about it, I did tell him about the dark figure. And he gave me that look. You know that look, the okay, sure lady look. Then he laughed and said, you probably just watch too many horror movies. Try turning your TV off before you go to bed. And listen, I get it. That's the easy explanation. But what I felt that morning wasn't a movie. It was real, too real. That moment triggered something deep. Not just fear, but that unsettling awareness that there's more happening around us than we can explain. Now, here's where my spiritual side kicked in. After the panic settled in and I could think clearly again, I started wondering what that experience was really about. Was it spiritual? Was it energetic? Or was it my body reacting to something my spirit felt first? I don't think it was there to protect me. The energy didn't feel like that. It felt curious, heavy, like I was being seen, but not in a loving way. That experience made me realize how powerful the connection between fear and energy really is. Sometimes your body responds before your mind ever catches up. And sometimes fear shows you exactly where you're still ungrounded. Now, I'm big on protecting my energy before I go to sleep. I I light a candle, set intention, and say out loud, peace stays here. Everything else must go. Because I learned that awareness without boundaries invites chaos. I don't tell this story often because even now I can still feel that morning, that cold in my chest, that helplessness. But I also feel gratitude because it taught me a lot about how the unseen can affect us physically. And it reminded me that healing doesn't just happen in the daylight. Sometimes it starts in the dark when you have no choice but to face what's staring back at you. So yeah, maybe it was spiritual, maybe it was psychological, maybe it was both. But it changed how I move through this world and how I protect my peace inside my own home. But you know what's wild? That wasn't the last time something like that happened. A few weeks later, I had a dream that felt too vivid to be a dream. And it carried that same heavy energy, almost like Spirit was saying, now that you face what's in the doorway, let's talk about what's in the unseen. And that is exactly where we are going next. Until next time, stay awakened and stay rooted. Peace.